person is. What business is advisable for our Africans to go into?
I see the service industry like if you don't have big capital because especially you cannot be a trader, cannot do the import export, or you are not like an industrialist, you're not going to manufacture something. The most lucrative is to focus on consulting and services. Consulting and services. Sometimes people they have a talent. Maybe, as you said, you can start a podcast, show them how to cook. And so these are sometimes you don't have to invest that much. So if you sell initially your know-how, if you know if you master something, you can sell it whether as online or offline. There are many people that are looking for advisors, but they need to see that you can add value. So this is the otherwise the traditional ways is sometimes just to buy items. If you buy a garment from wholesale from one place and sell it to another place, if you are active, because sometimes you go to different shops and one shop you can get the same merchandise with XYZ price. If you go to another place, you can sell it. I have seen some people they bought during discounts chips with 5 dirhams in certain and then in other places the same chips is 50 dirham. So what they have to do is just to use their brain, buy it from here and sell it in another place. So nothing is as we say impossible.
In this video with Mustafa, we talked about the need for Africans, most of our Africans that are here in UAE, to have a mind shift because of the way they are thinking. He is a man with experience here in the UAE, over 10 years of experience, and with experience and my own, the people that we are talking to, we've got to find out that most of our Africans, they have a victim mentality or slavery mentality. You know, they have this mentality that there are some work that they cannot do or that is not meant for Africans, or when they're doing some work that they are paid different. You know, according to Mr. Mustafa, he said that he found out that there are two Africans here, the people that came to invest and the people that came to look for work. And those people that came to invest, the kind of investment they do is only real estate. They don't have it in mind that they can open any type of business here as they do in their country. You can open, if it's a hospitality industry, if it's mall, whatever you think that you can do in your own country, you can also do it here. So we discuss at length and try to have most of our Africans that are here doing job, in their free time, they can invest in their own self to elevate their status or elevate whatever they are doing. Don't just come and say that this kind of job that we are doing is not meant for Africans, or be in executive position or director position, managing position that is not meant for Africans. That is, I think all the job here, the society is colorblind, if you ask me. The only thing you need to do is to have a mind shift and work tirelessly to achieve that level that you want to be. After your job, you put in work. What I mean by putting in work is if it's research you want to do, if you have any lecture you want to do, be consistent. Do you keep doing that thing that you're doing? That height that you want to attain is inevitable for you if you put in work and make sure that nothing distracts you. And again, we talked about that you have to let some things go, something that is not productive. Let's assume that your salary is 2,000 dirham. Every night you go and eat pizza, or you have to get friends, sometimes you drink. Just try to look if there is anyone that you can let go. If it's not going to kill you, let it go. If you're somebody that likes to eat pizza, and what is pizza, 30 dirham or something like that, you leave the pizza. You can, 2 girlfriends I think is too much. You managed one, just to elevate yourself, to take yourself from one point to Another point bigger, you have to let some things go. It's a sacrifice, and you have to develop a principle to not something that is not important, something that is not going to add value to you. You have to let it go and make sure you stand on it. Develop a mind that you must grow. Be productive in your thinking and try to always grow. Okay? So me and Mustafa, we talked at length on how we should be talking to Africans to change their mind. I'm an African. There are some things I see I don't like. And because of my love for our motherland, I have to be speaking these things to you. So, Mr. Mustafa, I will start by, because today I'm a little bit pumped, so I will start by asking you, why do most of our Africans come to UAE with, should I say, lazy mentality or victim mentality? But most of our people that I've met here, they complain a lot. And it looks like they just come with a lazy mind that, okay, I'm not going to make it here. Dubai is already conditioned to be against me. Why is it like that?
So from my personal experience, because I should not give a kind of prejudgment on everyone, but at least from the perspective that I have been dealing with two types of Africans.
Okay.
So we have the type of investors. Unfortunately for Africans, when they come to invest in Dubai, most of the time they think only of the traditional way. Immediately they believe, okay, I'm a businessman back home, so the only thing I can do in Dubai is to buy properties. So this, unfortunately, can lead to miss many opportunities. The other type of people are the ones that you are speaking about, are the job seekers, I call them. Those, they come with the mentality, as we said, they come with a victim mentality. So from the beginning, they come as thinking that I don't have the proper expertise, I don't have the proper qualification to compete in this dynamic market.
Yeah.
And that's why from the beginning, the lack of confidence led them immediately to underestimate their potential.
Yeah.
I think there are many factors for this. Sometimes the way how they were brought up back home, this lack of confidence, I see it is the key here. However, when they come, if they think outside the box, and if they see other nationalities and other people, how they have made it here, they start from scratch and they made success stories. I think this is part of maybe our education, maybe the culture that back home in Africa. But everything can be overcome with the right surrounding. Most of Africans, when they come here, that's why they kept this static mentality forever. They traveled back home, and then when they come here again, they stick to the same practices and looking for same food, same type of people, and so on and so forth. They don't benefit from the opportunity that they are here in this country. 200 nationalities. Here, everything can be possible. It's up to you to make it happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's being maybe not having confidence. Because if you say it's not having confidence, most of them will say back home, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's not that I'm confident. There is nobody I cannot talk to. I can speak properly English. So it's not confidence. This is how the society is being programmed, or this is how Dubai is. If I go to any shop, this is the mentality. I also see it at my comment section. And I also talk to some people. There are people I would tell, this is where I work, or this is my position. They will say, oh, how did you get to work here in Dubai, coming from Nigeria? How did you study this? You know, they will start asking you questions, showing that they don't believe that it's attainable.
I think it's a common responsibility. It's an individual responsibility for sure, and we can say sometimes they lack the soft skills to make it happen, but it's a common responsibility between all the stakeholders of that country. Unfortunately, we as Africans, most of the time, people when they come to the UAE, they try always to keep it as a secret. I'm coming with the mentality, okay, I want to set up a business, but please don't say it to fellow compatriots. So here, this kind of individualism that affects mainly the development of Africans especially in the UAE. If we work as other nationalities do, the opportunities will be great. As we say, strength is in unity. Yeah. So if union is strength, if we combine efforts, if we, again, represent ourselves before represent our country in a proper way, I'm sure we can reach different types of achievements and higher horizons.
Yeah, okay. You said there is a traditional way of doing business that we know. Back from Africa,
Yes.
if we'll come here to maybe buy, invest, or if this is not what we can do as an Africans, what other opportunities can we do? What other things can we explore?
Again, people when they come here, the type of Africans have dealt, the investors.
Yeah.
So there are two types. So we mentioned the ones that they do the real estate, and also there are the other ones that when this think to set up a company, immediately they believe the only thing I can do is to sell or to buy things from Dubai and sell it back home. So doing this kind of export business,
Yeah.
but they have never thought that the mainland also is a great opportunity. They can find many ways of first presenting their culture.
Yeah.
Like if we speak about other we can say sectors, F&B is as an example. You are a chef, so we can see many cuisines, but the African cuisine representation is so limited.
Yeah.
If you want to name a few restaurants, it's only few that they let's say they provide African or specific countries dish. We have North Africa. We have based on the language, on the religion, on the culture, like Moroccan food and other types of foods that are more common. But when it comes to other cuisines, African cuisines, we don't see them that much. And that's why people, they don't know. And I believe this is an opportunity for Africans, those that are looking for exploring new sectors. F&B can be a good sector. Also, we have to show the talent. Africans, we have, let's say, sports sector. Nigeria, Cameroon, we have great athletes, but we know them only in Europe. When they finish their career, the only thing they think of is to invest back home. But we can also benefit how these African athletes, maybe also there is an opportunity in sports sector. You can teach why Africans are so successful when they go outside. Maybe that formula, that secret formula, can be taught in other countries. Also, we as Africans, we have many handcraft talents, so that it can be also showcased here locally. I believe we cannot namely few sectors, but I see, since we are dealing with the 200 nationality in this country, the opportunities are so huge. It's up to us just to make it in a proper way and to stay consistent till we achieve what we are looking for.
Yeah. And most of us, this is what I would say 90% of us, let me use Nigeria as an example.
Yes.
90% of Nigerians, I would say that, or even more. What we do is we come, after salary, we send back home. Maybe we put money in the bank, or we keep saving that money. When we go back to our country, then we invest.
Yes.
You understand? That is maybe, I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe 5 years if it's very short, or,
Yes.
or 10 years or 15 years. So during that time, somebody waiting for 10 years, 15 years before starting his or her own business, that person can actually relax here, make some research, gain some knowledge, and start that business here.
I think the challenge also for Africans, they come with the mentality that the UAE is just a transit. They don't believe that it's not they don't believe, but sometimes for them, whether they take UAE as a platform to move to other countries, we still have in Africa the aspiration to be in America, in Europe. But unfortunately, this is it's just a kind of
Wrong way of
sometimes
thinking.
exactly you have to be realistic. If you work on yourself and believe that each station has its own challenges and opportunities, if you are working now in the UAE, use your time, use your connections, use what you are learning. You go outside, like your observation is very important. You go again. If you are curious and you want to achieve something great, when you finish your work, go make a tour. I told you the story before that when I came many years back to Dubai, I made a kind of challenge. I thought the easiest way to know Dubai is you have to walk. Because by car, many of opportunities, you don't see it when you drive. But the idea came, I said, okay, every weekend, whenever I have time, I will count the stations of the metro, the red and green lines, and try each weekend to stop in one and explore
That area.
physically that area. Really great ideas. When you stop in one place, you started exploring the food, the culture, the language, the types of businesses. The old Dubai is not the new Dubai. You can say each strict neighborhood has its unique touches and opportunities. When I say opportunities, really, because sometimes some neighbors, they are only Asians, and you can understand which type of business they are doing. If you go to Naif or to Dira, you can see which business each sometimes nationality is focusing on. So again, it's you as a responsible person. You have to take the initiative, and also be surrounded with the right people. This is very important. Unfortunately, Africans, we miss this point. When we come to this country, first we don't invest in ourselves. Sometimes you find people that are here for many years, they don't even produce a word in Arabic. You are in a country, in an Arab Muslim country. Learn something from the local culture. Understand their history,
the language,
how exactly language, food, everything, and this will enable you to sometimes to find and also to tap to new opportunities. Imagine as an African, today you are looking for a job, and you have some basic Arabic language. When you attend that interview, and maybe the recruiter is an Emirati, and then he's asking you, can you please introduce yourself? And then you do your best to show him that I have some basic Arabic. You are an Arab, I want to show you the efforts I have done to learn the language. I'm sure like 50% of that interview
will soften the person's mind a little bit.
Exactly, because people that are looking always for those that are taking initiative, those they can go the extra mile. So back to your question, I believe when you are here, you have to invest yourself. Invest also financial side. Also Africans, unfortunately, everything we want it for free, or we don't want to spend a lot. If you ask him, okay, you want to upskill yourself? Yes. I want to learn new thing. I want to learn to shift my job. Today I'm doing this. I want to go, but for sure you have to allocate a budget, and to achieve and to go and to be promoted in your career ladder, you have to pay as well. And it can be in trainings. It can be in sometimes even events. Public speaking for 3 days, you have to attend. You are going to learn. But this comes with investment. You have to have this mentality. You invest, and that investment, the ROI will for sure come back to you.
We have a mentality of savings, and it's crazy. It's not that if I tell them now not to save money, they're going to eat my head. But it's not that they should not save, right? But if you want to invest in yourself, you are going to use money to invest in yourself.
Exactly. We have to have the mentality of billionaires.
Yes.
People, unfortunately, we have the two types. People that they save and they consume. So it means whatever you save, and then at a certain time you're going to consume it. It can be a disease, it can be a calamity, it can happen, or it can be something good, maybe marriage or something. So, or the maximum people they think in Africa is to buy a property for him to live with his parents and family. But when we use the other mentality, that what we gain, we can also reinvest it, I'm sure the amount that you are going to make in the future, in the short, mid, and long term, will be so huge. So we unfortunately got used to always take it like we believe in the comfort zone. So saving, less risk. It means if I know today I make 2,000 dirham profit, I will immediately go and save it, which is important to save. But always, okay, if you tell him, okay, take 10 to 15 percent of what you save and reinvest it in something else. He said, no, I'm going to lose it. Do you believe in trading? No, I don't know what is trading. Do you believe in this? So people, they always try to stay in their comfort zone, and the comfort zone will keep you small and stagnant, and it will take many years for you to grow to a certain level.
Yeah, it's true that UAE reward experience, right?
Yes.
And skill. If you are well knowledgeable in your skill and you have
Correct.
experience in that, UAE will reward you.
Yes.
So it means that that person earning 2,000 dirham, what is that you're doing?
Again, I believe this is my belief all the time. Whatever you do, if you master what you do, you will succeed.
Yeah.
Lots of people they don't want to master everything and they don't know anything. So use your talent. If you are a chef and you really focus on what you are doing, your reputation will grow. People they will look for you.
Yeah.
Whether as a jobs, let's say seeker, you are going to look for better opportunities, or in the future, if you set up your own business, so your brand is already there. People they will trust you, and then they can buy from you. Back to your question. So the 2000, there are some small businesses. I have seen people they have invested $10,000 in small cafeterias in some northern Emirates, and out of that 30,000, they start generating. For example, I remember one businessman. We have helped him to set up a cafeteria in Ajman. The overall cost was around $10,000. So the rent, it was around 20K plus the setup, everything. And the funniest thing, when we discussed later, he said, I can make at least $100, which is 350 dirhams, profit only in karak tea. So the tea in itself is a source of revenue. So sometimes people, I have seen also other examples, hairdresser, small amounts, but if you multiply the same business model in different locations, in different geographies within this country, I believe you can make great profits.
Yes. Yeah, another question I wanted to ask you is, if you see people coming from us, I'm always asking you this because most of my video, they will go, I've got to discuss with them at a length or experience or have the knowledge about our people that it looks like what they think is limited. They don't think broadly. If you ask them what can you do right now or what would you want to do, they will say maybe security, or they will say maybe being a barista, or they will say maybe being a chef, something like that. You will count 5 job in your mind, and they will say one of that 5 job, right? But here in UAE, there are more than 30 jobs you can learn and will pay you, more than 50.
Yes.
But what we are thinking and what we know from home and come here to Dubai is just very limited and it's very small. But they don't know if you tell somebody that you can learn IT or on YouTube, or you have a class, you will go learn IT, the person will start thinking, what can I do in IT? No, I cannot do it. But there are so many things to do.
Yes.
You just have to invest your time.
Yes.
Find out the one you can do to elevate yourself.
Yes.
If it's not just IT, there are something you can do in videography. Everything is going online now. If you want to do videography, if it's sound scoring, anything you want, there are so much things to do.
Yes.
You just have to put your time.
And also you have time, nowadays we are in a constant changes. The world is not stagnant. So what you know today, after a couple of AI and lots of the Internet of Things. So everything what you know today, if you don't upskill yourself today, you will be outdated in the coming, not years, I can say just in the coming months. I have seen different people. Some people, they used to work in, let's say in IT, but suddenly they saw an opportunity, especially after the post-COVID. Some European countries, they were looking for nurses to migrate. Some people, they said, okay, I like the medical sector. I can see the medical sector as a great opportunity, whether in the UAE or in other countries. People, the same what you are doing. They work in the morning, and in the evening they attend evening classes, and they have a target. After 2 years, 3 years, I will take my diploma, and then I can look for a job, or I can at least have more opportunities overseas. So again, it's up to you. You have to stay sharp, observe, read, all the resources available everywhere. So you have just to take the initiative. If you want today to be someone in the future, start looking for the trends, because the markets has trends,
Yeah.
and you have to follow the trends. If you see the sectors, we are going to certain sectors. If you don't know them, try at least to know the basics, because today or tomorrow you will be asked, whether on a like during an interview or in another business professional environment. So try always, because you are accountable of your deeds today. So I believe there are many opportunities in the country.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make it happen.
Yeah, again, I want to reiterate something. I don't think that our people are shy or they are not confident.
Yes.
Right? But I would say because they are not thinking broadly. So how can our people try to develop a sharp mind to start thinking outside the box? Okay, everything you know that they can do in America, for instance,
Yes.
they can do it here.
Yes.
Most things you see people doing in America, they can do it here also. But you just need to come out from that your comfort zone. Or you have movie to watch. You're going to spend 1 hour to watch
Yes.
that movie. Okay. Today, cancel that movie. Go and search. What can I do? Right?
Yes.
You just need to have a little mind shift for your own future, right?
Yes, exactly.
And start thinking, okay, how can I do this? What can I be doing every day in order to achieve this goal? Okay, what can I be doing every day? What can I be doing every hour? Right? Because what you don't have, just like you said, because we had a pre-conversation before we start this, you don't need too much degree to attain most
Yes.
powerful heights here. You don't need too much degree. So how can they have that mind shift?
It's I can give you some concrete examples. I had before a neighbor. He was from UK, and most of the time I can see him that he's always looking for to be surrounded with Chinese friends. So once we had a friendly conversation. I said, most of the time I see that you are only with Chinese. He said, again, speaking about the sometimes we put the obstacles in our head, the language barrier. For him, he told me, I don't have to, again, back to the budget. Some Africans, they say, okay, I don't have the money to learn a this guy, he wants to go to China, and he's based in the UAE. He said, instead of going and spending a lot of money on Chinese classes, which he cannot afford, he's trying to find the right community of Chinese, even be friend with them. And then he's on a daily basis learning new words. He said, okay, I'm putting a target of 2 years. This round of this community, then I will travel and go to China. So again, you have to think outside the box. It's all the obstacles are in our mindset. Back to our Nigerian or to African friends, it's the same. Here you can do a lot of things. There are many initiatives, whether on a budget friendly or sometimes even complimentary. It's up to you to look for that degree, for that certificate, for that diploma. And you have, again, match it with your passion and what you want to achieve for yourself.
And to help them a little bit in the way they can do this or thinking. Some people may be seeing other people progressing. They'll be saying, this person is smart. This person is smart. I am not smart, right? Everybody is smart.
Yes.
But this is how I say it. If you want to buy camera, for example, you have to think about how to get that camera.
Yes.
What camera do I want? How can I get this camera? Okay, this is my budget. If this is my budget, how am I living on this thing that I'm making every month, right? Now, you have to sit down and think, what is it that I can cut off? What is it that if I am not having access to this now, my life will still function maximum? So you will start thinking, okay, I want to learn how to do it. Should I say by hacking or something like that? I want to learn it, or I want to learn money management. This, okay, but every day maybe I am busy talking with people, or I'm busy just strolling or this. I'm going to live with this one because I can do without it. I'm going to be spending 30 minutes on the Google, 30 minutes on YouTube, or right now you have AI to help you, ChatGPT or anything. I want to start learning money management, 30 minutes every day. If you give yourself that and make sure nothing takes you away from that in 1 month, you will come outside speaking with a novice about management. After that thing, you will go away from that guy and I'm thinking, wow, I'm smart.
Let me give you a practical example.
Yes.
Also, for one of our African compatriots, I used to know him when I was eating, so he came across where the place where I was having my lunch, and he was a driver. And most of the time, he was complaining. My salary was so small. I've been in this country for 15 years. Started with 1,500, till now I'm making 2,500. So one day I told him, okay, let me tell you something. It's the problem is not in the companies that you're working with. It's in you. He said, I told him, have you ever thought to develop your skills? He said, I'm a driver. I told him, which type of driver license you have? He said, the light one. I said, you have the that's normal driver license. That's also I have. I use it for myself. You use it, okay, to work for, but you have never thought to develop your driving skills to do something better. I said, how? I said, why you have never thought, since you are like by profession a driver, go and learn other types of driving licenses. Go to the heavy, try to drive a truck, and then you will see your salary will
Triple.
exactly. So he was thinking, this is to join the same a class. I have to pay 3,000. I told them, deprive yourself from anything. Put a target for yourself. Imagine you save 200, 300 dirham per month, and say, okay, within 1 year, I will make that budget, and then I will join. This was after a while. I met him again. And then he thanked me for this piece of advice. Yeah. He joined the class after a while, and luckily, before, when he got the driving license, he lost his job. He made redundant, but at least he was equipped.
Yeah.
And when he was looking for a job, he managed to find a better job, doubled of his salary because of that driving license. So again, sometimes we have the tools, but we don't use them properly. And this is just a simple example. I like to give real examples for our African compatriots because it's you. You are putting the hurdles. It's not like the environment. It's not. You have to raise up from that victim mentality to a victor mentality. Yeah. Everyone can be a winner, but you have to take the initiative.
And you have to put in work and
Yes.
serious work.
You have to invest your efforts, you have to invest your time, you have to invest your finances. Nothing will come freely.
Yes.
Nobody, like freebies is only on movies. It's you have to inject some cash to make it happen.
Sorry to cut you. And when you're getting free, you will not have confidence in that. You will not have
It's
confidence.
like charity because unfortunately also people they like everything for free. It becomes like a charity. I want to again, this is also between parentheses. Sometimes people they approach you to learn something.
Yeah.
They said, I'm really curious to understand what you are doing. Okay, no problem. I will be willing to assist you. You can join as a training. So the first question is how much you will give me. So he wants to learn a new skill. At the same time, he's expecting a return immediately, which it doesn't work like this. If you want to learn, and again, we're being sharp and to compete in a very competitive environment and job market, you have also to be easygoing. So when you understand today that this sector is promising, if you get the chance just to be inside, you have to be so thankful. If you start asking rewards immediately, it will not work like this. And this is also, unfortunately, one of the things also our Africans, how can I work for free, come in, transportation? Yes, but again, you are this for in other places, you have to pay for it. If you get the chance to get this experience with someone who is experienced and who's willing to share some time to teach you how it works, this in itself is a big thing.
I was telling somebody that my aim and let me say almost the end point is to be hosting CEOs on my podcast.
Yes.
The guy was laughing because he started asking me. He saw the video I posted, I think 3 days ago, about where I started on the street and where he's going right now. So I told the guy that the end point, or let me say, is to be hosting the CEOs. I want every prominent person that comes from Nigeria or Africa, any part of Africa, must come to Vicinfluential podcast, or I will know. Because if it goes to everyday and business podcast, most people will know, right? And most people might just visit a UAE government and they would like to put in a word for their countrymen to see. So there is an African podcast, and most people knows it. This is the best place to come and talk to your people if it's not talking from the government house, right? So I told the person, this is the platform I want to build. And the dude was just sitting and be and he was just smiling. I said, okay, stay there, be smiling. Now, your mind is already that I can't do it. And I've already given myself target, and I'm seeing that I'm crushing the target. So you're here now telling me that head of state is too much. You are a chef and you're just starting a podcast and you're telling me that you want to be hosting a head of state on your platform. That's okay. You will see it happen. So mindset is different, right? But if I work tirelessly to be hosting a head of state in my podcast and I did not achieve that, but I achieved 100% of, 50% of what I was aiming, I will be extremely happy of the results.
Well, for you, this is also, I really applaud what you are doing. This is really great because you started from nothing and then you are developing your concept. Uh, it's a matter of when you believe in yourself, you set a mission and vision for your action, which is very important. You didn't underestimate your talent, your aspirations. You said like you have this can-do attitude, which is very important. Everyone who embraces this type of attitude, he will make it happen in this country. This country is full of opportunities. I have been here for 2 decades. I have seen people they come from war zones. I do remember some cases a long time back during the Arab Spring. People they come with just like looking for residency in the UAE. And when you said, okay, I want to set up a business, you ask them which type of business. He said, really, I don't know. Anything. I remember one story. It was one Arab guy. He came to me. He told me I need to set up a business. I said, okay, what's the activity? He said, no. I told him, okay, what's your activity that you used to do in back home? He said, I used to sell the live stock, like chicken. So do you think it's a market? He said, it can be, but it's not. It's again, you have. Are you ready to make it happen? You see, it looks complicated in Dubai to make such activity. And then I told him, okay, what's the alternative? He told me at the time, okay, give me a day. I will check with some trusted partners and then I will get back to you. So the day after he came back, he said, I have done my research. Also connect with the people I trust them, that that's what we say, like when you have good surrounding, people have already made it in this country. So their piece of advice is so valuable. So, and then he told me, now I want to do this fake jewelry. Okay, this is not
Fake jewelry.
Yes. He said, I know now the supply chain. I will buy it from this country, South Korea, I will bring it here. So in a day, he already placed some like the chart of his business, how it works. But here it's something that this time, okay, we placed the activity. But what was striking, that he said, what he used to do in my business back home, I would use the same business model. He believed in himself. He said, instead of opening one big shop in the mainland, I'm going to rent in different exhibitions. I came to know that there are small exhibitions that are taking place in Sharjah, Ajman, Abu Dhabi, and and then I will make small stand. I will showcase my merchandise there. And he said, I have many people of my community are jobless. So what I will do, I will put them in each stand. Instead of me being in one place, I will try to rent maybe 7 places in the country. And in each city, Emirates, I will put one guy. And then he told me I will give them a target, 500 dirham per day. And my role is every day I will just be done. He's just like giving them the product, and by the end of the day, he's just collecting that 500 dirham. And then I ask him, He told me, I know maybe the guy is making more than 500 profit. Maybe he's stealing some. He said, but it's okay. As soon as I make a certain figure per day, which is more than enough for me, this is really a big business. Yeah, this is a big achievement for him. And imagine this guy after a couple of years, now he's really good. I have seen him in big events and using the same mentality. The guy has no tools, nothing initially when he came, but he believed in himself and he focused on what he learned before in other sectors. And that's why anything can be transferable. Transfer of knowledge, transfer of skills. If you believe that what you know, if you are a chef today, so people, they will put you, okay, if you know only how to cook, how to prepare dishes for your guests, but you know that what you do can be always linked to other sectors, and then the opportunities can be huge. So always I believe, as a human, we have to upsell our talents. It can be upsell, cross within different environments.
So in order to shift from one position to another, you have to stand. You have to stand from that position you are if you want to shift. So everything, you have to remove your mind from how should I say this? It's not going to work being static. You have to be dynamic. And sometimes you have to be violent in your moves. Violent is not being physical, carrying something. You have to, like, after your 6 hours, or let me say, after your 10 hours of duty in a day, and you are very, very tired, but you have to put in another 2 hours somewhere for extra skill, not the one you already have.
Yes.
You have to do it.
Yes.
Regardless of how you feel.
Even within your job, there are two types of employees. You have the ones that when you give them a task, they make it happen, and that's it.
And the other type that here with the growth space or the opportunities, when you give them a task, they finish it, but always they ask, is there something else I can do? And then sometimes you as a manager or someone like supervising a team, and then when you see a good element, a nice employee, then for sure this person will be the first one to be promoted. This first, because he shows already that he has this, he's taking action, he's asking proper questions, and at the same time he has these leadership skills. So the same thing. If you as an African, when you come here, even within your job, even if you are not thinking outside the box, at least work hard, try to be creative and innovative in what you do, and you will grow. Otherwise, again, if you have the mentality to think outside the box, to be curious, to learn new things, and then to venture in new experiences, then this is the best and the ideal things.
And again, if you are doing that job that maybe you hate it so much, or maybe your boss, you don't like your boss, or if you come inside that environment, you feel like the world is turning against you. And if you don't do something to change your life, you're going to be there. You're going to be there till the day you decide, I'm going back to my country. So you have to channel that energy or hatred or whatever in a productive way.
Yes.
You have to browse, like we said before also, there are so many things you can do. There are so many things you can do. People are going from one profession to another, and they are being successful. How are they doing it? They are putting in work. When you tell somebody you have to put in work, you have to put in work, you have to start learning how to think. Don't be lazy in your thinking. Now, whatever you've decided, this is what I want to do, put in 100% effort, you will see yourself doing it.
Even you have to be positive, and also you have to be very thankful. Because you are so lucky to migrate from your home country and to be here. So this in itself, it's not, we cannot say it's an achievement, but this is, you have already taken the initiative, and you are already in this place. Others, maybe they don't have the same chance as you. They are also waiting one day they will come here. So if you are here, don't be negative. So many people, they spend a lot of money. I want to migrate. And when they get the chance to be in that specific country, then they become negative, or they have this kind of shock of recognition. I was thinking I come here, I will get a managerial position, I will have high salary, maybe I find an investor in the street who will inject money in my ideas. So these are all dreams. Maybe it can, few of them can be real,
Yeah.
but but many of them, they are not. So your role when you come here, stay always positive, and also you have to be patient. Very important. A lot of people when they come to the UAE, they give themselves a shorter period. If they try something for the first few months, they said, no, it doesn't work for me. I think I have to go back home. Whether it's a job, whether it's a business. But this country, you have to invest a lot in terms of your time. You have to be consistent. You have to be very patient. And then when you achieve these things, then you start getting noticed. Then people also, they can trust you. Again, back to the word of trust. Because people, they want to see you, that you are consistent, that you are here for many years. Nobody will give you an opportunity if you just come yesterday. Again, it can happen, but in general, people, they want to see those that are always present, active, and adding value to the community.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you, with your experience, what do you, if somebody decided now, okay, I want to start business, but I don't know the little business I can start because I don't have much money. With your experience, what business do you think somebody can go into that will be a little lucrative more than where the person is? What business is advisable for our Africans to go into?
I see the service industry, like if you don't have big capital, because especially you cannot be a trader, cannot do the import export, or you are not like an industrialist, you're not going to manufacture something. The most lucrative is to focus on consulting and services. Consulting and services. Sometimes people, they have a talent. Maybe, as you said, you can start a podcast, show them how to cook. And so these are sometimes, you don't have to invest that much. So if you sell initially your know-how, if you master something, you can sell it, whether as online or offline. There are many people that are looking for advisors, but they need to see that you can add value. So this is otherwise the traditional ways is sometimes just to buy items. If you buy a garment from wholesale from one place and sell it to another place, if you are active, because sometimes you go to different shops, and one shop you can get the same merchandise with XYZ price. If you go to another place, you can sell it. I have seen some people, they bought during discounts chips with 5 dirhams in certain and then in other places, the same chips is 50 dirham. So what they have to do is just to use their brain, buy it from here and sell it in another place. So nothing is as we say, impossible. It's you. You can again. You have to be always observe your surroundings, benefit from the resources available, and then come up with take action. Don't start. It's okay to fail initially, or it's okay to lose a certain amount at the beginning.
And this is the problem.
This is the trial you have to learn, because experiment, it doesn't come for free.
Yeah. Most of us don't want to try. If I try this thing now, it doesn't work, I will lose my 3 months salary or 4 months salary. Then I'm going to start again. This is the problem. They don't want to try that thing and okay, it did not work, and the salary I set for 6 months it just went like that. This is the main problem.
Experience, it can be most of us, when we say you join a job or a business and then when you fail, the term like failure is totally different from each person.
Yeah.
But the majority, they see the failure is just what I gained as a material things,
Yes.
like as what's the rewards. But we don't see the other factors, what you learned from the experience. Sometimes even that first initiative to take the risk, even it was not working well, or it was not accurate in the first trial, but you learned how to take at least you take that initiative in itself. It's one learning. Second thing, when you are on real life, you start understanding how to how to handle. Sometimes you go to a job, maybe it's not the ideal job, but again, you can learn new things, new skills, new products, new services. Maybe today it will not show to you that I have joined this sector, but it was a calamity. It was a catastrophe. But after many years, then you start like a flashback. Ah, really? This what I was doing many years back. Even it was dull, even it was useless. But now I can see the effect. I can see the result. So always each experience in our life has something to add to ourselves.
Okay, there are some things that we know in Africa or Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon. There is something we know. When we try something, it did not work, or we lose something, we say the village people. You know, there is this black magic
Yes.
is working on me.
Yes.
It's not black magic. It's that you are not offering a service that people will want to get.
Yes.
Right? And the amount of service you offer determines what the returns you're going to get. Everybody loses money.
Yes.
Everybody loses money. I just hear Alaska. That this is like 2 days ago. Alaska, I think, canceled a Starlink contract with Elon Musk worth $100 million.
Yes.
He just lost a business, and he's not going to say his village people. So everybody loses a business, but you have to be productive in your thinking, or what can you offer? You have to start thinking the things you can offer, the service you can offer to get return. Thinking of how to offer 2, 3 things or 4 things. If this one is not working, that one will work, right? But if there is something called setback, it is going to happen once in a while. So when it happened, it's not village people. That is just part of life. But try to be creative
Yes.
in your works and what you offer. And how large it is determines your return. That is just it. The word, everything now is business. You give, you take.
Yes.
So if you are working for somebody and you have only one skill, anything can happen. You lose that job. Then I don't know who you're going to blame also. You blame village people.
Yes.
But so many people have 2, 3 skills, and you see them, they are always confident. Okay, if I lose this job, I can get this one. You understand?
Yes.
Most people are like that now. They are not, or I have this so degree. If this one go, this one can come. When you know that you've been properly equipped, you will have so much confidence that you will not be scared of losing that job you have right now. So there is nothing like village people anymore. It's just you are being lazy. Start learning how to be productive. Start learning how to be creative in your thinking. Step outside the box and stop. If you doing now, this is the crazy part, and this one, how should I say it? When I stay like this and think, if I'm doing 9 to 5 hours, this is what everybody knows, 9 to 5, right? And I get to 65 to 70. What will I be doing? How can I feed myself? Okay, let's say the job I am doing, my children cannot take over from there.
Yes.
You understand? You're doing a job at 9 to 5, you're not building anything. That is not legacy. When you don't have legacy, the way you suffered and taking sort from people, it's also how your offspring is going to suffer and taking sort from people, right?
Yes.
So when you did not work as much as you can with your free time, or even with every time you have,
Yes.
try to put in work, you are going to grow old very angry. That
Yes.
is the crazy part. When you need to do something and there is nobody there to do it for you, and you did not have any service, you did not have anything that you've planned when you grow old, this is how I'm going to be sorting myself out when somebody's not there, or when I don't have any other job to go 5, 10 years, 20, 30 years. If you did not plan like that, that is crazy. So our Africans should start learning how to, okay, I'm getting this job, or even I'm getting 5,000, even I'm getting 10,000, but it's just that job, or you send money to village, but you are not developing yourself more. Thinking, okay, when I get old, this job that I'm doing now, and I hate it so much, if you did not try to expand yourself, that is the same thing your children is going to do also.
Yes, this is a very important. When you pass the same, that's why Africa, with all the richness and the talents, always lagging behind because of this. We pass the same, not values, but sometimes practices to our like coming generation. And everyone is getting scared to take initiative. Everyone is getting scared to take the risk. Everyone is getting scared to invest money. Everyone is getting scared to come out from his comfort zone. So this is really something critical that those that are listening, they have to know that nothing comes in the first trial. Everything that you do today is an accumulation. That success is a big, you can say, poster. So it will not come. Sometimes it can come by chance. It's not everyone is doing thousands of trial to reach the final destination. But if you want to go into the normal things, the normal way, you have to try and try and try. And during the trial, there are also, it can be applicable for startups. When they come to set up a company, there are some founders, they said, okay, I want to do everything, especially in the service industry. They come, they said, I want to sell this service, thousands of services. And when you ask which type of resources you have, he said, I have only one accountant, and he can do accountant bookkeeping, but the other services, I will outsource it to third parties. So most of the time, he will not get any business at all because he's not focused on one thing that he masters. Second thing, he is distracted to sell everything. Clients that are also smart. They will see this guy is consistent, he has the resources, he has the expertise, then they will trust you. So for African fellows, master, if you cannot learn new things, at least master what you do now. And this is very important. Through that mastery, you can get the promotion you aspire for. You can get the most of people, they are pragmatic. They see their success is equivalent to how much they are saving and how much they are making. But at least be a good representative of your country and master what you do, and you can reach your destination.
That's a crazy one. So can you tell us what you specialize in?
Basically, I have been in this country for over 20 years. So I was lucky to work in different sectors. So my background is I'm a business development professional. I'm the business consultant. So what we do normally, we are assisting investors and supporting corporates and investors with their market entry to the region and also with their business representation. This is also one of the things. Many Africans, when they start thinking to go overseas, the only way they believe is to set up a company. I have to inject huge capital. I have to recruit people. I have to allocate. You can say I have to have an office. I have. But sometimes you can use people that they have already the experience, and they can assist you with your market entry. They can be like your consultant to identify opportunities. And not only in this region, it can be also, we do also in other global presence. So this our role is the economy of connections. This is very important. If you believe in the economy of connection is based on the trust. So and again, back to our Africans, you have to own you have to have a story, to tell a story. This is people now, they want to deal with humanize the brand. You are a brand. Okay, what you do, so it has to have, we can say, a kind of authenticity. People, they will buy from you if they know that you are genuine, that you master what you do. And this is also one of the things that we try to assist our clients with their branding and visibility in the local market through identifying the right partners, opportunities for their businesses.
So where can we find you?
So you have all my details. So you can find me on LinkedIn, on all the social media. And whoever wants to get in touch with me, so please feel free to do it.
So I can add your LinkedIn profile on the description. Like
sure.
I'm looking for what I can add on the description if somebody wants to get to you.
Yes, for sure, certainly.
All right, there is no better way to introduce him than him introducing himself and telling us in a detailed way what he does. So this is Mustafa, our friend from Morocco, to also discuss. He's been here in UAE for years, so he has so much experience with our people. That's African people. So there is no better person to speak about us than somebody that has our experience. So if this is your first time coming across Vicinfluential podcast, I will ask you to subscribe, be part of this community, share this video, drop your comments. We always like to read your comments so that we will know how to help you, we will know how to treat your issue. Or if there is any question that you want to ask Mustafa, I'm going to add his LinkedIn link on the comment section. But if you don't have any LinkedIn link, drop your comment and I will relate it to him and you'll get your reply. So thank you and see you next on Vicinfluential.